What's up, guys? Recently I picked up a game that I've been really wanting to come out on the Nintendo Switch in a physical version, and that is Wonderboy the Dragon's Trap. Now, if you might have seen my video about limited run games and 5 games that I wanted to see come from limited run games, this was one of the games that I really wanted as a physical edition on the Nintendo Switch, so I am really excited about talking about this, so let's get right into it. Bah! Alright guys, welcome back to all of my subscribers, and if you are new to this channel and you have not yet hit that subscribe button, consider doing that. Check out some of the other videos, see if you like the content, and stick around. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about Wonderboy the Dragon's Trap. This used to be a Sega Master System game that was reimagined and brought to newer consoles. Actually, Limited Run Games did a limited run version of this game, I think for the PS Vita and the PlayStation 4, but they did not happen to do this version. This one was actually published by Nicholas, the same people that did Tiny Barbarian, like I spoke about before as well. If you got the version that I got, it came with a little sticker on the front that says wonderful extras inside, and as you can see here, you got a couple of really cool things inside. You got an instruction booklet, a soundtrack, and I believe it's a little keychain. I'm not really sure. It doesn't have like a key ring on it, but it's a little rubber lizard man thing. I don't really know what it is, but it's cool. Regardless, it's definitely a nice little extra to have to come along with the game. Going forward, talking a little bit about the gameplay. When you start the game up, you actually get to pick whether you are a boy or a girl, and I thought that was really cool that they kind of cater to both audiences there. If you happen to be a female gamer and you want to play as a girl, you have that option. And another really cool thing that they do is they allow you to pick whether you want to play in the retro graphics mode, and they also allow you to pick retro sound effects, retro music. There are a couple of different really cool options that you can pick to kind of cater to your, special wants or needs when it comes to playing this game. Another really cool feature that they added was the ability to toggle between the new graphics and the old graphics, which I would find myself kind of hitting the right trigger and kind of bouncing between those periodically. And honestly, it's really cool to see how far the graphics have come, even though they're very simple, and it is a 2D platformer with just, a little bit more depth than your average 2D platformer, I feel. I feel like they did a really good job of making it feel like it's definitely a little bit more than just flat, you're a character moving on a screen. The backgrounds kind of have this, they're not 3D, but they almost feel 3D the way that they did the art. Some of the things are moving around in the background. Like there was one level in particular where I was in a cave and you see like things dripping in the background, you see things moving around, especially the beach area. They did a very good job of making it feel like you were on a beach and you could see things in a distance like ships, trees, other things of that nature. There's a bit of depth there, even though it is a 2D platform is all I'm really trying to say. If you've never played the original Wonderboy 3, The Dragon's Trap, basically you play as a character set out and you were defeating these different dragons, and as you defeat these dragons, you actually turn into a different creature every single time that you defeat a dragon. So some of the few characters that I personally went through, I spent a few hours playing this game so far, and I absolutely love it. But the first character I think I turned into was the little dragon guy, where he spits fire, and then I went on to be a mouse that basically can kind of stick to walls, and you kind of can go through these different puzzle type areas. You become a little piranha guy who can swim through the water better, and right now I believe I am a lion who can break bricks that are kind of underneath him. But every single character that you go and become, you actually have a special ability with each one of those characters, and it makes it to where you can kind of go back into levels that you were previously on and find new areas and secrets that were, maybe not available with one certain character type that you had before. And by doing this, I feel like they added a lot of replay value. It gives you a little bit more time to kind of go back and forth between areas, which was another thing that I found was fantastic about this game, is like, even though it is a 2D platformer, they did a very good job of making it feel like an open world. You could go and explore certain areas back and forth without having to come to this like map hub, pick a level, go there, beat the level, then come back to the map, and then, you know, pick more levels. You basically kind of, you know, just go through different doors, and the world really feels like you're kind of exploring it, which in a platformer of that era, I didn't really see too much of that going on, and if it was going on, it wasn't executed as well as I feel like they did with this game. So it was a very, very big plus in my opinion, so that was one really, really cool feature that I thought was absolutely amazing. The game also has a slight RPG feel in the sense that when you defeat enemies, they drop coins and money sometimes, and you can take that money and head to a shop and you can upgrade your armor, your weapon, you can do different things like that. And it doesn't necessarily change the physical appearance of your armor or your weapon while you're playing, but it increases your stats. Also, another way that you can use your money in the game is if you happen to get low on health, say the enemies that you've been defeating aren't dropping hearts as often as they used to, or maybe you go through an area where there's not that many enemies, basically you can take your money and go to this nurse, which will be kind of on the map in certain different areas. You never know really when you're gonna run into one if you're in a new area, but sometimes you will go through a door and there will be a nurse, and you can use that money to fill your heart meters, which can be very, very helpful if you are just about to hit a boss. Say you maybe have gotten to the point where you got to the boss, maybe you died and you know where the nurse is. You can run back to the nurse and you know, fill your health meter before you get to that boss to give you a little bit more of a better chance to actually defeat it and not have any problems. If you're looking to pick up a new game, Wonderboy The Dragon's Trap is definitely something to consider, especially if you love action platformers. It is a fantastic game. The graphics are very, very nice. The art style is wonderful. The replay value is amazing. It is a fun game, and honestly, it's great for all ages. So if you happen to see it out and you see a Nintendo Switch version, definitely pick it up. I don't think that they're gonna make a lot of these. I think it's one of those kind of limited run kind of things, even though it's not by limited run. So definitely check it out, definitely pick it up. I think it is a great game to add to your Nintendo Switch library if you are a Nintendo Switch fan. And yeah, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. If you happen to like it, make sure to hit that like button, maybe share it with your friends, leave a comment if you have played Wonderboy The Dragon's Trap, let me know what you think about it. And if you haven't yet subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I will see you guys later.